Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. We just lost 17 out of the last 20 games. It is Friday, May 1st, 2026. We are in Anaheim, California, about to play a 3-game series versus the Angels. I am the Mets head, talking all things New York Mets, with a preview of Game 32 versus the Angels. If you enjoy my content, I ask that you please like and subscribe to the Mets head on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. With Robert going on the IL with a herniated disc, not sure how long he'll be out for. Mets say not long, but I don't really believe what they say. Lindor is going to be in a boot for the next 3 weeks and then reevaluated at the end of the month. No idea when Polanco is going to be back. I haven't seen any news about his timetable. They mentioned last night that the Mets are missing their number 1, number 4, and number 5 hitters from their opening day lineup. Senga also went on the IL. And that is why I believe Christian Scott is up today to pitch. The Mets need their young guns to step up. Alvarez, Beatty, and Swaggy V. You also need plenty of leadership from their actual veterans. Bichette, Soto, and Semien need to lead this team through this difficult time. It looked to start off well for the Mets when Soto hit that ball over the center field wall. But unfortunately, James Wood is 6'7" and robbed him. Then we had some bad luck in the second, with Peralta throwing the ball into the outfield. And then a broken bat base hit by C.J. Abrams scored 2 runs to put us down 2-0. In the third inning, got a walk from Bo Bichette, a single by Soto, and a 3-run jack by M.J. Melendez. Just because he got a hit doesn't mean I'm wrong. He still shouldn't be batting in the third spot. Then in the sixth, Soto walked. Melendez bunted him over to second. And Swaggy V got a big hit to knock in another run to take the lead. Then in the seventh, Brooks Raley came in and put them down 1-2-3 on 12 pitches. And then for some reason took him out. Even though the next 5 guys were worse against left-hand pitching. 4 of them being lefties. You really got to go with the percentages on that one and leave the lefty in. There are only so many moves the Nationals can make to bring in right-hand hitters. And then you take advantage of that by bringing in a right-hand pitcher. But I do believe Mendy pulled Raley way too early. Because Weaver came in the 8th to face all these guys who are better against a right-hander. He got the first 2 outs. But then Abrams, who has significantly less power versus left-hand pitchers, was able to bat from his more powerful side and hit a 2-run homer. It really would be good if we had a second left-hand pitcher. We did have Lovelady, but for some reason we dropped him. I don't understand why. Perhaps if you could leave a comment below to explain why they dropped Lovelady. He had a 3.68 ERA for us. That's pretty good. And having 2 lefties helps you take advantage of other teams. Should have kept him at least till A.J. Minter came back. But even then, why drop him if he's doing well? And of course, he pitched against us last night. It was good to see Alvarez get a pinch hit double. It was good to have the tying run at second base. Unfortunately, Mauricio couldn't get it done, but he was the one to bat in that situation. Another disappointing loss. Is it worse when you get blown out or when you lose by 1 run? It was very smart of the Nationals to bring in a long left-handed reliever, and then hit him up again when Soto and Melendez came up in the eighth. I really have no problem with them pinch hitting for Melendez. I don't think they really needed to. I can see why people are upset because he was 2 for 2 with the home run. But if you're really concerned about him, just bunt again. Put the tying run on third with 1 out. That would have been the smart thing to do. Instead, I understand why he brought in a right-hand hitter, but there's a reason why Slater was waived by his team. It's not like he's a good hitter. But I also think if Mendy wants Melendez batting third, these are the decisions you're going to have to make. And if Melendez is a player that you're going to be looking to pinch hit for when they bring in the lefty, maybe he shouldn't be batting third. You want your middle of the order hitters to be guys that can stay in no matter what, not guys that you're looking to replace to pinch hit. Put those guys at the bottom of the order. But Melendez had a good game, went 2 for 2 with a 3-run homer, raising his average to 345 with a 655 OPS. And Soto went 2 for 3 with a double, also raising his average to 345 with a 569 OPS. So now our record is 10-21. We are still by ourselves with the worst record in the major leagues. We are 11 and a half games behind the Braves, which is also 11 and a half games behind the best record in baseball, which the Braves have. The Angels are not much better than us. But then neither were the Nationals or the Rockies when we played them. They are tied for last in the AL West with the Astros. They are 5.5 games out of first in their division behind the West Sacramento Athletics. And they are tied for the second worst record in baseball with those Houston Astros. Only we have worse record. On the mound for the Angels is Walbert Urania, who was signed by the Angels as an international free agent in 2021. He is 6 feet tall, 210 pounds, and a 22-year-old rookie right-hand pitcher. This year, his rookie season, he has pitched in 4 games and started 2 of them. He is 0-3 with a 4.76 ERA and 13 strikeouts in 11 innings. In his 2 games as a starter, he has a 5.59 ERA. And as a reliever, he has yet to give up a run. My suggested lineup for the Mets would lead off Bichette and Soto batting second. I'd put Mark Vientos batting third at first base. Melendez went 2 for 2 yesterday, so I'd start him again, bat him fourth, put him in left field. Bat Semien fifth. Semien kills the next 2 pitchers after that. So let's put him in the 5th position for a few games. I bat Beatty 6th in right field. Then Alvarez 7th. Benj 8th. in center field, and Mauricio batting ninth. Tomorrow they play a lefty, so most likely most of those left-hand hitters will not play. So get them in a game because they'll be off tomorrow. On the mound for the Mets is Christian Scott. The 6'4", 215-pound, 26-year-old right-hand pitcher. Signed by the Mets in the 5th round in 2021. In 2024, he pitched in 9 games, was 0-3, with a 4.56 ERA and 39 strikeouts in 47 innings. He got hurt, had Tommy John surgery, was not pitching well in the minor leagues when they brought him up last week. He pitched wildly in an inning and a third, walking 5, hitting 1, and giving up a hit before he was pulled after 43 pitches. And they sent him down the next day. And 6 days, 7 days later, he's back up again and he's starting for us today. Does not sound like a smart move to first bring him up. But then once he's up, why send him down immediately to then bring him up a week later? It's mostly because Senga went on the IL. But you brought up Carl Edwards, who has a 1.50 ERA in 6 innings pitched, and you sent him down to bring up Scott. A lot of these moves seem very desperate and remind me a lot of last year at the end of the year when we were imploding. I don't get all these silly moves. It would be nice to have Mania available tonight to piggyback on Scott, but he was used Wednesday. Unless Scott is significantly improved within 1 week, I don't see him pitching very long because Mendy has a very short leash for everybody now. Unfortunately, he doesn't really have anyone to pitch in long relief behind Scott, so Scott might be in no matter what. It was silly they even sent him down to bring him back up a week later. They should have just left him up. The Angels have released their lineup. Zach Neto is leading off at shortstop. He's batting .233 with the 751 OPS, 13 extra base hits. Future Hall of Famer Mike Trout batting second in center field still after all these years. Batting .248 with an 897 OPS and 10 home runs, which is 5th in the league in the home runs. He also is a notorious Met killer. His career average against the Mets is .386, and he has a 1.335 OPS. Moncada is batting third, the switch hitting third baseman, batting only 183. Batting fourth is Jorge Soler at DH, batting .235 with a 791 OPS and 6 home runs. Batting fifth is Shanuel. I don't even know how to say his name. First, the left-hand hitting first baseman Shanuel, batting .239 with a 673 OPS. Joe Adell is batting next in right field, batting .262 with a 671 OPS. Josh Lowe is batting 7th in left field, left-hander, batting .182. Former Met Travis d'Arnaud is batting 8th. You might think he's a Met killer, but he only is batting .308 with an 864 OPS. Not as good as Trout. And batting ninth at second base is left-hand hitting Adam Frazier, batting .269. This offense seems to be doing significantly better than we are right now. The Mets have released their lineup. Bo Bichette leading off, only batting 190 this week. Juan Soto is batting second, playing left field. I don't agree with that. We have enough injuries. We don't need to get him hurt, too. He's batting 345 with an over 1,000 OPS this year. This week, he's batting 381 with an over 1,200 OPS. Batting third is Melendez. I disagree with him batting third. He should be in the lineup. But I would prefer him batting fourth. He's up to 345 with an over 1,000 OPS. He's batting 385 with an 1,100 OPS this week. Then Alvarez is batting fourth. I would prefer to see Vientos up there. Alvarez has been ice cold lately, but he did get a hit last night. Maybe they think that he's going to get hot. They really should have a right-hander batting third and Melendez batting fourth. Beatty is batting fifth, playing first base tonight. Not sure why he's at first base. Vientos should be at first base. Vientos is playing very well at first base and has been getting clutch hits. He's also batting 286 this week with a 700 OPS. Beatty's only batting 211 this year and 158 this week. Semien also ice cold. Might have been a good day to bench him and play Vientos instead. Batting 218 this year, but 136 this week. Carson Bench, he's a bright spot in the bottom of the order. He'll be in right field tonight. He's batting 189 this year, but up to 286 this week. Tyrone Taylor is batting eighth. I don't see the need to play Taylor tonight. He really should be a backup, and they're playing a lefty tomorrow, so he's going to start. So why play him tonight if you're going to play him tomorrow too? He's a bench player. He should be playing every day. And Mauricio batting ninth. I don't understand the benching Vientos when he's been playing well. It doesn't make sense to me. But the Angels must be in last place for a reason. Doesn't seem to be because of their offense. Maybe it's their pitching, but we're not hitting well at all. So let's go, Mets go. Let's get out of last place, would you? Until next time, I'm Juan Gan.